You're a fucking biatch. Ha ha biatch.
No,
You
I'm
fucking
listening to the Friday Night
biatch.
Funk and the Rotten Family for
What the
the Darkness
what
Takeover thing.
the wait, what?
That's actually what it's called. One of the songs for the Family Guy thing with Friday Night Funkin' is called Rotten Family, which is Stewie by himself, and then he's trying to snap
Honestly,
Peter out of it.
that's not bad. That's not a
Oh, it
bad song.
actually is really good because like some people like animate it to where Peter's reminding himself like, wait, that's my son. I should be helping him, not fighting against him. And then he snaps out of it. And then fighting with his son. And then legit, his son gets stricken by the fucking darkness thing. And legit, he smiles at his dad before teleporting away from him. And Peter looks all sad and upset. And I'm just like,
I mean,
oh,
then again,
Pete.
Peter did it. No, not Peter. Stewie did an excellent job to do that
And I mean,
because
later on, he does come back, but like all like half robotic and half Stewie. Because Glenn was kind enough to somehow not well get infected by the darkness, but break out of it in less than like a few minutes, and then B snapping Stewie out of it, causing him to teleport away and find a solution.
damn.
Unfortunately, he couldn't save his dad as much as he could. He couldn't save his dad or the town that he lives in. Been trying to get the creator of Family Guy's help, and also failing to save him either. I will say the final chapter for it is actually good because it's Stewie like trying his best to fight back against like Glenn, Joe, and Cleveland, and then him fighting against his enemies, which are Bertram and his girlfriend, technically, and then him eventually snapping them back, but also breaking reality, where he's actually communicating with the creator of Family Guy, thing that created him in the first place. Literally shattering Steph's TV and legit him talking to Stewie via his TV. But unfortunately, Brian was there as well. And since he's already corrupted, kind of infected the creator, causing Stewie, Bertram, and Stewie's girlfriend to fight against everybody, not just Quagmire Joe and Cleveland, but Mayor West and the rest of the townsfolk of Quahog. Eventually, Raider does show up and break the entire town apart, leaving Stewie no choice but to erase the universe and create a new one. Saying the phrase, and I quote, "They were right. I couldn't save anybody. I've lost. I have to go back to prevent this from happening again."
And so we did.
Well, not necessarily, because there's an episode in Family Guy where Stewie and Brian created the Big Bang, creating Stewie basically again. So that's what Stewie was doing, creating a Big Bang, causing the world to go back to normal, but minusing that darkness. So he doesn't want it to happen again, so he basically caused a big explosion, causing the entire thing to entire world that he was stored. He basically used his teleporter and overloaded it so badly that it basically erased the entire world that Sue was standing on. But him creating another Big Bang, causing it to go back to normal before this spread started. Which isn't that bad. Will not lie on that. I think it's a brilliant story for it. But like a conclusion of Stewie that he technically failed on saving his family, but he doesn't want any other world to end up like this, so he's going to do the one thing that he does best, genius and destroying the entire world and universe that
Oh
lives
my
in.
god! I'm sorry. So I was going to stab this bitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, instead of me stabbing her, I grabbed her. I'm like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, because when Stu was trying to save his father, Glenn went full corruption, went full darkness, and grabbed Peter by his head, and Stewie trying to pull the other end of Peter's body, ripping Peter's head off clean off of his body, and basically Glenn, Joe, and Cleveland and Peter's head fusing in one body, basically looking like a four-eyed freak with Peter's pants, Joe's arm, Cleveland's arm, and Quagmire's head, becoming basically one giant mutated freak. With literally Stewie saying the phrase of, "I'll avenge you, fat man." What the hell is that? Honestly, like, if you saw that, you would freak the fuck out, too. Like, you would even say that exact same thing as well. So,
Say
what
what?
the hell is that thing? Because, because in the darkness takeover thing, Stewie's pulling Peter's, like, legs and like, body and shit, while Glenn's grabbing Peter's head. And legit, it rips his head off, and then Glenn, Joe, Quagmire, Glenn, Joe, Cleveland are all fused into one body. And Stewie says, and I quote, before realizing what they've become, he legit says, "I'll avenge you, fat man." What the fuck is that? Basically becoming one giant mutated freak of Glenn Quagmire's body and head, Peter's legs, Joe's arm, and Cleve's arm. Becoming one giant mutated four-eyed freak. With also, I'm pretty sure it's either Glenn's teeth or some creatures. Or all of them combined. I don't fucking know. All I know is it's terrifying and freaky. Because in the middle between all of them is Peter's head, chest, of what's left of Peter, pretty much. A lot of people are trying to make like the lyrics of it, and some of them are like saying like "keep going, you go win this," or another one where it says for Peter like before he gets fully like in Quagmire, Joe, and Cleveland's body, like he says "run" repeatedly. And I'm just like, I feel bad for Stewie, but also there's nothing you can do that. Nothing you can do to bring your father back from this shit. Gone. There is no way to fight back against that thing. I love the fact in this thing because in the original show, Family Guy, like nobody understands Stewie more than Brian. So the fact that they made it to where Stewie and Peter understand each other is really kind of smart. Even though that he's just a baby, even though that Stewie's still just a baby, Peter understands it, and he's acknowledging that he's trying to survive. Oh, I love this lyric of just when Joe's like trying to tell them like it's hopeless, like legit Peter's like that and just saying thanks, buddy, no problem. Like, aw, good father and son duo.
Shit. Yeah, I can do one more round. I can probably do one more round and then I'm going to
I
stop.
love the fact during the scene of like Glenn grabbing Peter's head, legit you're saying, "Oh shit, he's got me, Stewie, help me, Fat Man, your goddamn head."
Oh, fuck.
Because Peter's friends, like, they were trying to escape using a plane, and Cleveland's own son was on that plane. All like, basically the darkness took over his own son, and he legit made Glenn forcefully use it. He tried to
Okay,
use
what the actual fuck, dude?
what? What?
What happens if you get to a fucking 100 on the fucking dead bite? What the fuck?
I don't know. Anyways, as I was going to say, Glenn tried to use the same technique that he tried to use on Stewie, but the darkness basically tricked Glenn into becoming fully corrupted, pretty much, causing Glenn to go into darkness. Oh, it's the fact immediately after this Fat Man your head, Cleveland immediately says, "Poor Stewie, nervous now." Oh, it's your fault. It's game over now. Stewie's response, "There's still hope, there's still hope, there's still hope. Just save your fat man." And Glenn responding, "There is no hope." And then him immediately accidentally breaking Peter's body, where he's just like, fuck. Yeah, there it is. I found it. Where Stewie's
Okay,
immediately
well,
like, fuck.
isn't he in the learning with Pibby as well?
What?
Isn't Peter in the learning with Pibby as well?
No. No,
No, I thought
this
he
is
was.
like its own thing, where like the kind of the learning with Pibby thing is in
No,
here,
because
but
the reason why
minus in
I asked
Pibby.
that is because when I was playing the fan-made version of Friday Night Funkin', there was like a Pibby version of Peter Griffin, so that's why I was asking.
No, it's not. It does have the same though, but Pibby's not in this. For the Darkness Takeover, Pibby isn't even involved in this. Legit, as soon as Stewie sees Peter's head ripped off, he's just like, "Batman, I'll avenge." What the fuck are you? Yeah, I would immediately have a question. If I was in Stewie's shoes, I would
You know
ask
what,
the
Lou?
exact
Here's the
same
thing.
fucking
The one
question.
movie I'm also scared, like, not only that I'm scared for the Jungle Book about going into public domain and shit,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also kind of scared for Frozen a little bit.
Mm.
Because
Yeah, but that's like a long time.
yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'm kind of terrified for those films to be, especially The Lion King and shit. Like, goddamn, dude. Like, here's my question:
Mm-hmm.
what will happen to Disney if all of their films go into public domain? That's what I want to know.
Probably just make more. Ugh. Air West, you look like shit, and you're not even a part of the show anymore. Because, well, R.I.P. Adam West. God. Like,
Did you
all...
say R.I.P. or I.P.?
What?
Did you say R.I.P. or I.P.?
R.I.P.
Oh.
Because he was basically, like, the live version of Batman, pretty much. Not the ones from, like, the movies, but, like, the old cartoons. The old Batman series is the original Batman.
Oh,
Adam
the one
West was
with
based...
Dick Grayson.
Not really, but it's like just like the old one where like Joker looked kind of like stupid. He looked like an actual clown and not like what he looks like in like the Harley Quinn shit. He looks like a pimp pretty much with like his weird little top hat and shit. But yeah, that's originally Adam West was the original Batman. Pretty sure he's dead. Double check just.
If he's not, then holy shit, that guy lived so long.
No, I was right. He did die in 2017.
20. Well,
He was a part of the
that
night.
man,
He
that
was a part
man
of the.
lived long though.
He was a part of the 1960s Batman.
1960s, 1960s.
Yeah.
Trying to think of which.
It's like the OG like Batmobile era.
All right, hold on. Let me look that up after I get this done because right now I'm in like. I'm actually
Yeah,
now
it says
trying to.
1960 through 1960.
What the fuck's wrong with you, bitch ass? Where the fuck did you go, bitch? Oh, I see you. Oh, I see your ass. You're over here. You know what's freaking? You know what was really weird?
Uh-huh.
Well, it wasn't weird, but remember the time when I was playing Dead by Daylight and there was a fucking hacker?
Yes.
God
I
damn,
got
dude.
really pissy. I got
Dude, I got
pissed.
so fucking pissed.
It's not fun when it's hackers.
Except for the one on Call of Duty, the one that for our
Oh,
game.
well, now I found out that wasn't a hacker. It was just them using Tombstone. Because
Oh.
if you die in the Dark Ether, pretty much if you have Tombstone, if you die in the Dark Ether and there's no revives, you basically, because they told you that Tombstone comes back to you, you have to go grab your shit from Tombstone once you die in the next round. So in the next match, you would be able to get that stuff. So they died and had the schematics on them. So when they got it, they immediately gave it to me, along with a bunch
Well,
of...
gave it to us because in that one match.
No, that was the case. I'm talking the recipe itself. the recipe itself to craft those.
Oh.
Yeah, the other
But
time was
so
just
who
because
the fuck was the dude that was giving us that shit then?
what, the one with the rat?
The
What, with
one
the
that
rat
was
head or with the other one?
no, when we were trying to X-File that one time before we went into the red zone shit.
I think the other guy was trying to throw away his money. Uh, what, are you thinking of the red zone or are you thinking of the
No,
dark ether
before we
area?
started going into the red zone. Like the fuck?
Yeah, the guy with the rat head. That guy. Talking about that guy?
No, I'm
He
talking about
probably
the guy
has this.
before we even went to the red zone, and
Yeah, the guy when we were exfilling. Yeah, he just threw his money. He didn't throw it on any recipes or anything. He threw it on his money.
the fuck?
Yeah,
Is
you
that
can do that.
possible?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, that's some
It's
weird shit, dude.
because when you remember when I said like you get money for doing your bounties and shit, well you also get some extra money, but it goes back into your backpack. But you can't take it out unless if you died. Unless if you died, then you would be able to exchange that for your money. So the money that you had when you died pretty much can go to the next game that you play. So like let's say I wanted to go to Pack-a-Punch 3 and I have in
Hey,
my
we got the
old
fucking red zone, dude. That shit was today. Like, goddamn.
yeah.
Like,
I mean there's
you and I
still the
both
wrench
agreed
and
that we
shit.
weren't going to use the fucking free one until we got the fucking.
Yeah.
And
Well
look
I
what we
said
did.
I
Look
was
what
gonna
happened to
take
that,
it.
bitch. We got freaking no motherfucking. Hey, I heard something over here. You bitch.
Oh, I found it. Stewie final thing before erasing the entire for overloading his teleporter. I couldn't save them. I couldn't save my family. I couldn't save
I'm gonna let a killer down. I'm
everyone.
gonna whoop your ass by putting
I
you on the
couldn't
hook.
save anyone. Those monsters were right.
Damn, dude. Damn, that's a
I
skill issue. I'm sorry,
uh
but these idiots, dude.
I'm sorry. I just saw what Stewie says to himself, and he says that he's a failure, and I'm just like, you're not. You're not a failure. I would immediately say, you're not a failure, Stewie. You're smarter than them. And you survived
Damn.
through this. You survived through this. No matter if entirely Quahog dies, you care. Yeah, legit saying he needs to get out of here. I need to warn the others. I can't let this happen again.
What the fuck are these little assholes?
I feel so bad for.
Oh wait, I forgot
That's
to do
how
something.
he ends. That's how it ends. The
Oh,
darkness
I see
takeover of
you.
the final showdown between Stewie versus the darkness. Legit, that's how it ends. With
Where the fuck did
Stewie
you go?
immediately falling apart. I let the city crumble. I let the city crumble to ruin. I couldn't have saved them. Saved everyone. I couldn't even save my family. Those monsters were right. I am a failure. I need to get out of here. Warn the others. I can't let this happen again. I feel so bad for
Holy
Stewie.
shit! I got 307,000 440 blood points. Level 52? Damn.
Oh.
That is some good shit right
I was
there.
gonna say people made fan art for the final showdown, and it's very